Hello everyone, welcome to this August edition of This Month in Flag News. I'm Vexillographer, and we begin our show today with our top story coming out of Fiji, a nation in the South Pacific Ocean. Now, Fiji has been involved in a flag change process for over a year now, led by the government of Prime Minister Vorengi Bainimarama, who believes that the Union Jack is not appropriate for the symbol of an independent, non-colonial Fiji, because you know, they're not a British colony anymore. That's his argument. He wants a purely Fijian flag instead of something with the Union Jack on it. But they've run into a few bumps along the road. Bump number one, after they originally released 23 finalist designs last year, people weren't exactly satisfied with those designs. So they decided to extend the flag submission period, so hopefully get designs that people would be happy with. Well, that didn't totally work out either, because in February, right before they were about to announce 5 finalist designs, in February, Cyclone Winston hit Fiji. It was a Category 5 cyclone. We call them hurricanes in North America. They're called typhoons in Asia. They're bad. They're bad. And it cost about $1.4 billion in damage and losses, which is about a third of Fiji's entire national GDP. So obviously that was kind of more important for the government to focus on than changing this. But the final nail in the coffin happened this month in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, during the 2016 Summer Olympic Games. A brand new event this year in the Olympics was the Rugby Sevens event, and Fiji's rugby team won that nation's first gold medal in their entire history. Yeah, their first Olympic gold medal. And Fijians were super excited about this, and you could see Fijians waving the national flag, this current national flag, all over the place, and they were super excited, waving the flag with pride and happiness. And this may have led to the Prime Minister finally releasing a statement on August 17. He said that he was deeply moved by seeing this show of national pride and patriotism. No more flag change, they're keeping this one. Reason number one, Fijians seem to like it. Reason number two, they should probably be focused on rebuilding and stuff after the cyclone. That's probably a little more important than changing a flag. Our next story comes from China. Well, actually our next story comes from Brazil, because this also happened at the Rio de Janeiro Olympic Games. So at the Olympics they have this thing called a medal ceremony, a way to honor the athletes who won medals by, first of all, giving them their medals, but also playing national anthems and showing their national flags and things like that. So people noticed early on in the Olympics that the Chinese flag being used at medal ceremonies was wrong. If you look closely at the actual Chinese flag, you'll see 4 small stars pointed towards the big star. However, the design they were using in the Rio Olympics had all the stars pointing up instead of towards the star, which normally isn't something you'd notice. There usually aren't that many vexillologists in a crowd, but this is kind of the Olympics, one of the largest international sporting events in the world. People noticed. So the Olympic organizers apologized, and they were embarrassed, and they fixed the error. They fixed it. It didn't happen again. Until it did. Because near the end of the Olympics, in the women's volleyball medal ceremony, they used the same incorrect flag design. And people noticed. So they got embarrassed again. Which brings me to an apology I need to make. China, I'm sorry, I've gotten your flag wrong too. In my second most popular video on my channel, Construction Paper World Flags, I was making flags out of paper for fun, from memory. And I got the stars wrong too. I didn't know about the pointing towards the stars rule. I was guessing, and I got pretty much the exact opposite. I pointed them away from the star. And I'm supposed to be the flag expert. I'm supposed to be the flag guy, and I got it wrong. So China, please accept my apology. How do you say it? Baoqian. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let's move on to our next story and get rid of that guilt. Our final few stories today come from the United States. The first one specifically comes from the United States state of Oregon, where the city of Albany apparently has adopted a city flag. Alright, an American city adopting a flag. Let's see what it looks like. Hey, that's not bad. That's a good flag. This is news. American city adopts good flag. Alright, well, let's see what it means. Okay, we've got the blue represents rivers coming together, the gray bars represent highways coming together, and the gray also represents the city's place in the rare metals industry. Okay, just learned something about Albany. The tree color, the green is, the green represents trees, apparently. Guys, that's a decent flag. That's kind of rare. It's a sight for sore vexillological eyes. So, who are the geniuses behind this? The Greater Unified Albany Vexillological Association, or GUAVA. GUAVA? Guys, that is the best Vexillological Association acronym I've ever seen. GUAVA. Guys, your flag design game is not only on point, your acronym game is on point. That's like NASA level expertise in acronyms. Your acronym is like the opposite of OWCA. Guys, you've won the flag battle. You got a decent flag for your city. That's a victory right there. Now you guys need to go into acronyms. Seriously, may I suggest naming yourselves the Greater Unified Albany Acronym Association, or GUA. No, that's not gonna work. The Greater Unified Albany Association of Acronym Making, or GUAM. No, you guys live in Oregon. That doesn't make any sense at all. The Greater Albany, the Great United Albany, the Albany people, the Greater Albany naming guys. No. The Albany's great, the Greatest Unified Albany Club of acronym makeovers like ever. Can I join you guys? Anyway, please, GUAVA, bless the world with your flag skills. Bless the world with your acronym skills. Share your GUAVA juice with all of us. If you just do the flag stuff, that's cool too. Anyway, good work. That's awesome. Good job, guys. Next we go to the U.S. state of Missouri, where the city of Joplin is not having an official flag design contest, but a citizen of Joplin is holding an unofficial flag contest for the city. So, the guy's name is Jeremy Haun, I don't know what, we'll just go with Jeremy. Jeremy has started his own flag design contest for Joplin, his hometown, out of his love for his hometown. He says when he travels the world, he sees people with the flags of their cities on jewelry, on clothing, on tattoos even, and he said in a recent Joplin Globe article, I want that. I want a symbol of our city that I can wear when I travel, whether it's traveling to New York or Chicago or to Belfast, Ireland, wherever I'm going. I can wear that and somebody can say, that is cool, what is that? And I can say, that's the city flag of Joplin. So, that's Jeremy's little dream, I guess, right now, to get a city flag for Joplin. But he does not expect it to be officially adopted by the city of Joplin because of an unexpected twist. What he didn't know when he started this contest was that the city of Joplin already has a flag. Alright, so let's see it. Yikes. I'm sorry everyone, I should have had a jump scare warning before that. Okay, so let's unpack this. We've got a blue background, of course, with a red map of the state of Missouri, with a little star in the corner showing where Joplin's located, with the word Joplin in this enormous font, I guess you could call it. Underneath the state map of Missouri is some Latin phrase, because as we all know, most people in Missouri speak Latin, everyone knows that. On the right, we've got some kind of banner from Party City, and inside the state map, we've got the city seal of Joplin. And inside the seal of Joplin, we've got the coat of arms of Joplin. And in the coat of arms of Joplin, we have this banner that says, Zinc is King. And underneath the phrase, Zinc is King, is, in the smallest font I've ever seen on an official flag, the phrase, Adopted 1917. Wow. Okay. So maybe Jeremy is onto something by having this flag design contest. Maybe they could adopt a flag that, it works as a flag. But guess what? The mayor of Joplin, Mr. Richard Russell, wants to shut down Jeremy's contest. Why? Well, here are a couple reasons that he gave in the same article. Russell said the late Donald Clark spent countless hours designing Joplin's current flag. Yeah, that would take me countless hours too. Oh man, I misspelled zinc again, I gotta start all over. He went on to say, many council people have worn that flag as a lapel pin. Many citizens of Joplin have been given the flag pin at award ceremonies. Hundreds of people around the country and the world have asked for this flag pin. People at national and state conferences have sought out the Joplin delegation to ask for one of our flag pins. Mr. Richard, you're talking about one of these. These tiny lapel pins. These, like, can you see that? Can you see, like, you're talking about one of these, right? I'll tell you why, Mr. Mayor, everyone wants to see your flag pin. That's a marvel of technological engineering. Look at that. How did you get that design onto one of these? What are these? How did you do that? Did you use zinc-powered nanobots to write adopted 1917 in .0005 font? Mr. Mayor, that's why everyone wants to see this pin. Sign me up too. I want to see this pin too. Add me to the list. I need to see it. So Jeremy has said he didn't want to cause a stir. He's just doing this out of his love for Joplin. I, for one, believe him. Mr. Jeremy, sir, don't worry about the nanobot manufactured flag pins. They're a technological marvel, but your love of Joplin is greater. I believe in you, Jeremy. So, if you want to encourage him in his Joplin love, you can go to joplinflag.com and submit a design before September 8th if you're interested. And finally, we go to the U.S. state of Illinois, where the city of Naperville is announcing that they have selected 5 finalist designs in their very own flag contest. So if you live in Naperville or know someone who does, let them know to go to napervilleflag.org to vote on the 5 designs. And the deadline is August 31. And after that, we shall see which of those designs replaces this thing. And don't worry, all 5 of them are way better than the thing they have now. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me on this August edition of This Month in Flag News. I'm Vexillographer. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, and good night.